Amy!
I want Lenny, Daddy. I want Lenny.
I know you do, honey. We all do.
What are we gonna do now?
We're gonna get up tomorrow. You're gonna go to your day camp, and I'm going to work. And we'll just keep on going.
When I wake up in the morning, all I can think about is her car crashing.
Maybe someday you'll just think about the happy things with Lenny, and it won't hurt so much.
But when? When does it stop hurting?
Someday. Someday, sweetheart.
We've got witnesses and a positive blood test. Clearly, the guy was negligent. There's no problem there.
Where is the problem?
Well, I guess the only problem is that you're my friend, and suddenly I can't muster the usual swagger. The truth is that wrongful death suits can take years. And there's pain involved, and a good possibility you'll lose both the case and a truckload of money.
Where do we start?
By drawing up our complaint. Understand it's a little early to start talking about amounts right now, but...
Amounts? What amounts?
Well, compensatory damages. How much we're going to sue for.
I don't care about money. I want the man in jail.
Well, you're talking about the criminal trial.
Of course. What are you talking about?
Well, the civil suit. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me explain. There are two trials, the criminal and ours. I have nothing to do with prosecuting the man criminally.
Well, who represents me at the criminal trial?
Well, the DA's office downtown. I can only launch our civil suit for wrongful death.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe I'm the one that's not being clear. I don't care about a civil suit. And no amount of money we may win from is going to stop what I feel. Or stop him from going out tomorrow and running over someone else. Lenny didn't die of cancer. She wasn't struck by lightning. He killed her, Steve. He's responsible. Prison. Nothing less.
In the DA's case, there's not much you can do, John. There's even a chance there won't be a criminal trial.
Why?
Well, sometimes, a lot of the times, these things wind up in plea bargaining. It's hard to say. It's the DA's ballgame.
All right, who do I see down there?
Well, I assume an assistant will be assigned to your case.
Which one?
Whoever's next at bat.
How much?
Mr. Webster, I've built entire condos for less than that. Are you serious?
Mr. Fisk, I'm always serious about manslaughter. We're talking about a lot of time. We're also talking about a possible prison sentence.
Is it tax deductible as a business expense?
Not legally.
It's a lot of money, Counselor.
Well, you're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Fisk. Driving while intoxicated, that's a pretty hot issue. The state is cracking down, the press is on our backs, there are pressure groups. Look, I'll save us both some time. This past year, I've represented 31 DWIs, as we call them. All but 2 were acquitted, reduced, or thrown out. Now, I think I can help you, but if you want to look elsewhere, I can understand. My phone isn't going to stop ringing, I can assure you. So it's up to you.
Okay.
Good. Now, we're not dealing here with a routine DWI. I'm not going to minimize this. There's a death involved. That's always the roughest sledding of all.
I'm paying you a fortune to listen to this? Look, I'm a responsible businessman. I never hurt anybody before. I had 2 drinks, the same as my friends Bryce and Max. They got home okay.
Unfortunately, the police tested your blood.
What about Tom's driving record? Will that hurt him in court?
No, that's not admissible in this state, I'm happy to say. There's no way a jury can be influenced by his previous behavior. Look, see, here's what we have going for us. There's hardly a prospective juror anywhere who hasn't at least once started his car with one too many drinks under his belt. That's our advantage.
Well, that should be. It was an accident. Why should a guy have to give up his liberty and his pursuit of happiness for something that wasn't even his fault?
That's well said. That's just the way we'll tell it to the jury.
We'll be getting in touch with you in about 2 weeks. Can I help you?
Yes, my name is John Peterson. I was wondering if I could see the person handling my daughter's case.
Her name Peterson, too?
Yeah.
What did she manage to do?
Get killed.
I'm sorry. Is that murder? Industrial accident? What?
No, she was hit by a drunk driver, a man by the name of Fisk.
That would be vehicular manslaughter. Here we are. State versus Fisk. Deputy District Attorney Sawyer has
Can I see him?
I'm sorry, he's already in court.
With Fisk?
No, I doubt it. It's a little early for Fisk yet. See, Mr. Sawyer's got 30 cases or so going on right now. Yeah, I don't see it. Look, I can take a message for him if you want.
No, that's all right. I just was wondering if there was something I could do to clarify this.
Well, we do try and keep in touch with the families, Mr.
Peterson.
Peterson. I'm sure you'll be hearing from Mr. Sawyer. I'll let him know that you were in. Excuse me.
Hi.
What's that?
Dinner.
Hamburger?
Scrambled eggs, Daddy.
Oh, of course. Well done. I can't stand running scrambled eggs.
Yeah, well, you better get used to them. It's all I could find.
Where's Mom?
Yes.
What time is it?
Time for dinner.
Well, tell Lynn there's some ground beef in the...
Hon, why don't you come and have dinner with Amy and me? Okay, come on.
I'm not hungry.
Well, Amy's worked so hard.
I'm tired, John.
Judith, you haven't been out of bed for days. Kitchen shelves are emptied. Lynn's room hasn't been touched yet. How much longer you...
I don't know. As long as it takes. And fit me into your checklist, John.
Yes, I have a checklist. We can't all hide our heads in the sand.
Who's hiding, John? I've stayed right here and faced her ghost every day. But good old John. Give him a crisis and there's no job too small to fill his day. Just as long as he doesn't have to cry or hurt or feel.
That man killed our child, Judith, and I'll do whatever it takes to see him in court. All you have to do is go to the trial.
I'll leave that to you, John. You can handle it with your usual skill.
Judith, you're not even getting up for the trial?
What's the point?
The point? Justice is the point.
Justice. What could they possibly do to that man to make up for my daughter?
What would you like me to do? Forgive and forget? That bastard slaughtered our child.
And I hope God damns his eternal soul for it. But whether he does or the court, it won't help Lynn now.
It'll help me.
Then you go, John. You wallow in it. But leave me out of it. Leave me alone.
John?
Yeah.
The Oregon distributor called, said he still hasn't heard from you. Any problems?
It's time. I'll phone him tomorrow.
Got a message for you from Mr. Sawyer's office.
District Attorney.
Right. They said the State versus Fisk is scheduled for 9 o'clock, the 14th in District Court.
Thanks, Reese. Thanks.
All right.
State versus Fisk. Will the following witnesses please step forward? William Wilson, Larry Chernoff, Officer Evan Cassidy.
Excuse me, is Fisk here yet?
No, sir, he isn't.
Is that his attorney?
No, sir, that's the prosecutor. Mr. Fisk will be sitting at the left, that table over there.
You can sit here, Mary. And this is our table. Thanks for John.
All rise for the Honorable Marion Roth. Be seated.
Is the prosecution prepared to begin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense counsel?
The defense would request a continuance, Your Honor. Our independent experts have been unable to complete their evaluations of certain police and hospital reports. This information is vital to the proper and adequate defense of my client.
Will 30 days be sufficient?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution have any objection to a continuance at this time?
No, Your Honor, but the state would like the record to show that we're ready to begin.
Duly noted. The bench requests all required participants return to this court on the 16th of July.
All rise.
Excuse me, Mr. Sawyer. I'm John Peterson. We've been missing a few phone calls. I was just wondering if I could have a minute of your time.
Sure, what can I do for you?
I thought there was supposed to be a trial today.
Well, it's just a usual routine delay, you know. Man pled not guilty to vehicular manslaughter. And
Not guilty? When did this happen? I was here all the time.
3 weeks ago at the arraignment hearing.
What arraignment hearing? I wasn't notified.
Well, my office didn't call you?
No.
Look, I'm sorry. Oh, look, I gotta run. It's good talking to you.
Mr. Sawyer, I wanted to ask you something. I was down at your office, and I could see you folks down there have your hands full, and I was just wondering if there's anything I could do. Call some witnesses, do some legwork.
No, look, we got professionals to take care of all of that. Now, don't worry. I'll see you again in 30 days. We start then.
Amy, ready for dinner?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Chicken again?
I'm sorry. They were out of beef Wellington.
And maple feathers. What's all this stuff?
Well, these law books are from our attorney, Steve Balfour, and these papers I picked up from the Safety Council.
What for?
When the trial was delayed, I got a taste of what we're up against, so I thought I'd do some homework.
On your own? Without anybody telling you to?
Yep. Where's your mother?
Upstairs. You're supposed to take me to Claudia's slumber party.
Oh, Amy. I've got to get these books back to the library by morning. Why can't she take you?
She said she had a bad day. But I don't mind not going to Claudia's, Dad. I really don't.
That's all right. Finish your dinner. I'll take you.